Hey guys, I want to talk to you about Horus. Horus is our, if you think of it as like Jesus, Horus is Jesus, right? So he's our grandfather, the 144,000 grandfather, you know, and he's always been the enemy of the serpent, the Azazel, Satan, whatnot, the serpent race, if you will, the one who made from a smokeless fire. And anyhow, he is number one enemy. If you look at the Bible, if you look from the Bible, he spoke about them unfavorably. He never really spoke about them, as always been in a negative light, because this is who they are. Okay? So, and you are fighting the serpent, the serpent race. What they do is to demonically possess you and stuff. They use serpents, smokeless fire, jinn, serpents, Azazel and his legion, and he's you think of Horus as the armor, of God, and when you need to do is you call on Horus to decimate the serpentine energy or jinn, because they know Horus. Okay, when they asked Abraham, tell your father, the giants, told asked Abraham, tell the father to forgive us because we're not responsible for what our ancestors or forefathers have done. And what Abraham did, what advice did Abraham give him? He told them to avoid going out on the sun. You understand? So the sun is the number one enemy. If you look at also from the Egyptian mythology or Hermetic or all of those, is showing the Sol Invictus, the unconquering sun, and it's been always the number one enemy, the serpent enemy. So what you need to do is call our grandfather Horus, 144,000, you know that, true. Horus is Jesus, okay? Even though I'm telling you that Jesus' name is made up. Jesus is really Satan. It's like the Azazel is whatever. But anyhow, so that's why I don't like to use the name Jesus. But for you guys to understand who I'm talking to about, if I say Isa, you're not going to get it unless you have to be Muslim. But if I say Jesus, everybody gets it. Even Christian, Muslim, or any religion, they know who you're talking about, right? The saddest part, a false name made famous. A false name being made famous, Anyhow, and the witches and wizards of warlock, they use this serpentine energy. They use Azazel, jinns, fallen or whatever, Iblis, to attack you. Have you noticed that why you're always tired, you're always exhausted and stuff? Because they know it's their energy, Iblis energy, or anything is made from a smokeless fire, is against our energy. We emanate light. They are made from a smokeless fire. So we're not the same. We're made from a different type of fire, but it's not really smokeless fire, you know. We are made from the first spark of creation, but it was light. It's not smokeless fire. You understand? So it's a different. It's like the real fire. It's a different fire that also impact Iblis, Azazel, you name. Oh, you know I'm talking about Satan. So, and always keep in mind he's a serpent. You know, he's deceitful, and what you need to do is attack him using the power, the divinity of Horus, to destroy their energy, to destroy their manifestation in your auric field, in your chakra, to destroy their stronghold. Oh, excuse me. To destroy their stronghold, okay? That's what you need to do. Because they are paying people to attack you, because they're attacking you with the energy that goes against your energy, because it harm you. When they're using this energy, you release loose energy, and that's what they want. They harvesting loose energy to give to their Gilgamesh, or whatever his name is. He's not even a god, or not even half a god. They made up this story. You know, I mean, he's like a half a god. He's not a half a god, because he was obsessed with immortality. Obviously, he's not immortal. So now you get it. That's what you need to do. Call Horus to destroy the enemy.